Furzton Lake is approximately 70 acres with a big head of carp. The banks are wide open, so there's plenty of room to set up your bivvy or even have a social. There's no night fishing on C section, and the biggest ounce lead you're allowed to use if you are doing a day session is 1 ounce. There's no fishing on the island side of the lake at all, but despite all the rules and boundaries, Furzton has got to be MKA's prolific carp water, with brilliant catch reports coming in all the time. And when I started this session, I had no idea this was going to be a session I would remember for the rest of my life. But let's start right at the very beginning. Okay, so I'm all set up. I'm going to quickly show you my rig systems and bait. I will talk you through them a little bit more later if or when I start catching any carp. But for the moment, I'm using the DCL system by Concept Leads. I'm using a blowback style hair rig, and I'm using a Nash Instant Attract coconut cream 18mm bottom bait. That was a mouthful. I am a big fan of PVA foam, and ever since I've started using it, I have landed a lot more carp and had a lot less tangles. Now, the idea behind PVA foam is you put it over the hook, nice and simple, and as soon as your lead hits the water, what it does, it kicks your rig away from the lead so it doesn't tangle, and as your lead settles nicely on the lake bed, it will hold your boilie up for an extra minute or two, give you perfect time to put your back lead on, to get your rod on your bite alarmed, and it will very slowly settle on pretty much anything. And you know, as soon as it has settled after a couple of minutes, that rod is fishing 100%, and I'm a big believer in using PVA foam. And this is what happens when you try to be sly about trying to get a couple of boilies in. Just wait patiently and they will leave. So all of the gulls have left now, and it's definitely time to get some bait in the water. And what the plan is, with a throwing stick, I'm going to introduce probably about a kilo, maybe just over a kilo of bait, and I'm going to spread it out the size of about a tennis court. And the idea behind this is, it's not all in one big pile looking a bit suspicious. It's spread out nice and wide. The carp are working for it, and the more they find it and eat it, the more confidence they get. And when it does come to them taking your bait, you want them to be as confident as possible. And after I've put this bait in, I'm not going to introduce any more bait until I've caught a fish, or if I catch a fish. And then what I'm going to do is maybe just put about 20 or 30 boilies over that rod when I put it back out. So they're the tactics with baiting. Let's get some bait in the water and see if the carp are biting. Okay, fish on. So what I'm going to try and do is walk down to the next swim and land it nice and gracefully. The camera is actually not set up properly, and I probably shouldn't really be trying to do anything funny with it. So I know this is absolutely terrible camera work, but we're in the next swim. Whoa. Alright, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Just landed that carp. I've put her in the sling just for 5 minutes while I put my rod back out. I'm going to put about another 30, maybe 40 boilies straight back over the spot. But what I do like about baiting up in the size of a tennis court, when you're putting your rod back out, it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be bang on the money, and you still stand just as good a chance as any because of the space that you're baiting. So I've already got the rod back out. Now I'm going to introduce a little bit more bait, then I'll show you the carp that I've landed. Here we go then, first one of the night. It's a little common. It is one of the stockies. Now Furzton Lake was stocked, I think it was early last year or something. They do seem to be piling on the pounds, but I haven't weighed this one. I'm going to slip it straight back so we can get on with feeding up and piling on the pounds. And I have actually noticed there is a full moon tonight, so this is my little common. Let's hope a big common turns up. I'm not sure what the time is, I'm not sure what the temperature is, but damn, it's cold. I'm starting to think that the battery's going on the camera. Starting to think that I was actually landing this carp. The camera battery did die, but that doesn't really matter. It's not of any big size, it's just a pretty mirror, pretty little mirror. Whoa, it was really lively. Stay awake, Richard. There you go. I've already put my rod back on the spot. I've introduced about 30 boilies straight over the top. It was the same rod again. So let's just hope I can pick off one of the bigger carp. Go then, I'm on to carp number 3 of the session. The time is 1:30 and it's another small common. Still haven't got our full moon common yet, but they're getting a little bit bigger. There you go. So here we go then, I'm on to carp number 4 of the session. And actually, as long as I land this carp, I would have actually landed a carp on all 3 of my rods. So that's pretty cool. Oh my god! It's the orange koi! Oh my god! Oh my god! We've got an orange koi! Whoa! Oh my god, I'm almost falling in the lake with excitement! Oh my god, come on! God. Right, so anybody who really knows me knows that maybe a good few years ago when I was like been fishing Furzton, I always used to say my target fish was the bright orange koi. I fished the lake for about 2 years, never caught it. I've been in and out, dropping in and fishing it. I've been doing other campaigns. I've come for a completely out of the blue session because we're deep into autumn, and oh my god, I've only got a target fish from a few years ago, the orange koi. I think it normally weighs in only about 10 to 11 pound, but get in! Oh my god! Whoa! Yes! So I've got my rod back in the water. And after having a good look around and actually noticing that there's probably only 20 minutes to half an hour before first light, and this being a target fish for a few years, even though I haven't fished after it prolifically for a good while, I've got a target fish in the net, so I'm just going to leave it for a half hour till first light. Here we go then, I'm on to carp number 4 of the session, and this is an awesome carp. Now this carp has probably been on my list for the last 4 or 5 years. Even though I haven't fished after it prolifically for the last year or 2, this carp has always been on my radar. Looking like he's been tangoed, feeling about £1 million. Check out that for a bright orange koi. I do think that someone named him or nicknamed him Carrot. So Carrot, it was very nice to meet you. The actual official weight of it was £9 and 10 ounces. But when they look like this, weight really doesn't matter. I'll quickly show you the other side. As quick as I can. There you go. Absolutely ecstatic. I'm going to get a quick couple of photos, slipping back. We've only got about an hour left of the session, so the session's just going to fly past now. But get in! Absolutely buzzing. Okay, so with time slipping away from me, I need to try and talk you through my rigs and systems as fast as I can, but it's nice and easy, so I'll quickly talk you through it now. So anyone who watches my blogs know that my all-time favourite system is a DCL system by Concept LEDs, and what that consists of is a meter of lead core that you literally tie straight onto your main line, run onto a safety clip, and it's got another bit of lead core attaching it in the middle of the lead. Now with the safety clip, I like to only click it on once or twice, because when I do get a take, if I can, I do like to drop the lead, and that brings the carp straight up in the water. And now the reason that it's attached in the middle is because when a carp's sucking in your bait, they're not just eating it straight away, they're sucking it in just to test it, to see what it's like. So as soon as they're testing it, first time, you're getting a full centre of gravity of the lead, and it's kicking it straight back as fast as it can, full force into the carp's mouth, and you're getting an instant take. Now we're running onto my hair rig, which is blowback style, going on to an 18mm boilie, using a back lead just to tidy the line up the whole way across, and a bit of PVA foam just so I know I didn't get any tangles and it would settle down real nicely. Now I know that was a bit rushed, but these was my rig systems and baits that I was using to catch carp last night. And with that last catch out of that koi, this session's just gone. So yeah, in all honesty, I'm gonna have to start packing away right now. I've still got 2 rods in the water, so I'm gonna leave them till the very last thing, but let's do it. So after packing away, I really am hot, but in all honesty, that is it for the blog. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. Now, if you did enjoy it and you'd like any local updates, then please hit subscribe. It's free of charge. You will get all of my local updates as and when I upload videos. And if you are into any other updates, then don't forget to join my group on Facebook, Carp Angling with Richard Purnell. And that is pretty much it. I'm going to leave you with the photos from last night, and one more last time, get in. Right, nice one.